information. I think we got one more question in us, and then you're going to have to do a little bit of a self-evaluation before you go. So, there's your phone, Corey. Thanks. Question 3 is up on the board.
So the cave is now...
Set your timer.
The cave is now an outside
Contact
source, right?
your Northkeeper. And go.
Okay, question. Using Zeitgeist as an example, what are the Guardians? And we have sources as we always been using for those previous 2 questions.
We do, but in this case, Zeitgeist is an example, so it would go under detail. Or sorry, as we would use Zeitgeist as the facts, and for details, like as the extra that's talking about, we would use.
So the source is Zeitgeist.
Yeah, then we would use EHM, and what's the other one that we've been using?
I think we should only be talking about Zeitgeist.
EHM and Zeitgeist. Yeah, so we would use the cave and EHM as our supporting.
Okay. Anyways, that's time up. Shane, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just did.
Go. Now you're going.
Now I'm going. Oh, for my case? Oh, so I guess for my fact, like in this one, they talk about who are the Guardians. The Guardians are people who are hiding the truth. So I guess we could say, literally, yeah, the Guardians are the ones hiding the truth. But in this case of EHM, the people hiding the truth are the government taking over, the government and the hitmen going over the country. And also in Zeitgeist, the Guardians are the government as well. So, yeah.
You're gonna go.
Whether or not Zeitgeist's claims are true, that's irrelevant. The point it was trying to make is that the government was using the bombs and ways of hiding their demolition of the Twin Towers. So in that way, they're controlling what the people see. They made the people think it was a terrorist attack when maybe it wasn't, who knows. That's similar to the Guardians in the cave who were holding up the objects that were making the shadows. They're controlling what the people see, and thus the people are believing something that is not true.
Well, the Guardians are like the government and Zeitgeist because they're both withholding evidence. The government's withholding evidence from the people. Like when the plane crashed into the Pentagon, they took the videos as soon as they could. The Guardians are kind of doing the same thing with keeping the prisoners in there. They're not giving them any freedoms to do anything. They're forcing their reality upon them, which is not acceptable.
Yeah, and also in Zeitgeist, the government are accusing those people of making a conspiracy video and blocking the videos or censoring the sources of medias, which is like in the Guardians when the prisoners came back, the Guardians tried to, kill him, right? Because he holds the truth and reality, which is not liked by the authority.
Our reality.
Alright. I liked Corey's answer actually because he was talking about the withholding the evidence, and that's exactly what the cave people were doing, the Plato people. They were like, the people who could not see did not know there was a fire. The Guardians were hiding the fire. The Guardians were hiding the fact that they were holding objects, so I liked Corey's argument.
All right, how are we doing?
Good.
All done? Okay, take 30 seconds. We're running out of time a little bit. Decide who's gonna report what they're gonna say. Go.
So, Jonah, you're gonna
So I'll talk about yours. Yeah. I'll be up there and I'll be like, in the cave, the people could not see these things.
The Plato
starting
people.
with evidence. I'll make it deductive. Yeah, the Plato people.
I like that.
The
Plato people.
The Guardians are the people who withhold information that might, fully help a person be enlightened. And the Guardians in Zeitgeist were the government who took the videos, or the government who caused this allegedly fake attack on the Twin Towers. That's going to be my argument.
Yeah, great. That was time.
Sweet.
Okay, stop. Group 3, Jacob, you're up first. Question is, using Zeitgeist as an example, who are the Guardians?
Okay, so in Zeitgeist, the Guardians are a government. They're always hiding stuff from us and not always showing us the truth. For example, they like the metal in the on the posts that was apparently cut by thermite. And it is up to us to find our own truth and look into things on our own.
Perfect. Exactly right. Nicely done. You did fact, detail, interpretation. Group 4.
Okay, so the guardians would be the government, the FBI. Like, for example, when the plane crashed into the Pentagon, the FBI withheld the surveillance evidence because they didn't want us to see it. And so in this sense, we are all sheltered, and we never know what is true.
Bam! We all do it differently, too. I mean, like, these guys did it very concisely. Sophia's going to take it right to the wire because she has a lot to say, right? Okay, agree or disagree? Sophia, go.
So we agree, but we think that the guardians of Plato's Republic are basically everyone who takes people's ignorance or makes them ignorant and then puts their own truth or story over it. So, for example, in Zeitgeist, the government conceals the tapes so that the people can't see their own truth, and then to give them kind of something to latch onto, they use the tone word of terrorist to give them something to kind of blame it on. And the example and lesson that we can all learn from this is we are all affected by the guardians in our lives. So the government.
Nice. This girl, I'll tell you, that she's a rock star. This one, second only to Promise, maybe. Here. You're a rock star. Okay, go ahead. Show us what you got, rock star.
Wait, start, go? Okay. So we sort of agree with other people, but it's not just the government, but it's anyone with authority. So the media, news, just anyone who is superior to regular citizens, and we are always looking for something to believe, and so we look up to people and we're completely ignorant and we're being sold a lie, and yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. Good. One last. Jonah. Agree, disagree? With these guys. Go ahead.
All right, we agree with everyone else. All these arguments are the exact same arguments we had been thinking of. The guardians are the people who not only withhold information from other people, like in Zeitgeist, the government and the Pentagon and the planes, but they are the people who are the authors of the stories of the unenlightened, and the guardians can abuse their unenlightened status to do some interesting things.
Okay. Good. Nice. I don't know if that had as much interpretation in it, but I saw where you're going. You constructed it well. That's basically what I'm reading these last couple of days is that. You construct it, you get it right to the point where I'm like, oh, and then it kind of fades. So the interpretation, primary importance now. So if it's at the beginning, it's deductive. If it's the end, it's inductive. Give you 30 seconds. I want you to fill out the yellow sheet, the best argument, so that you've got something to work off of. At the bottom, there's a self-evaluation that I want you to fill out and have for me tomorrow, okay? Just not real elaborate, just kind of bullet point what you thought versus what you learned, and we'll use that as a starting point for our class discussion tomorrow, okay? You're analyzing. You've been analyzing. You did a good job. I'll get those from you in a second. I'll make copies of your scribe sheets. These are all details that will help you to analyze the text. Okay? Do that. Finish up with your self-evaluation. And we'll start with that tomorrow. Yes, sir? Yeah, blog is due tomorrow. Self-evaluation is just the bullet points. One more blog designed to help with structure.
Wait, we have a thing for the self-evaluation of paper. We have one paper.
It's just you bullet pointing what you learned today. It's literally bullet points. It's you bullet pointing something that you learned that you wouldn't have known otherwise.
I did mine in bio yesterday.
Friday, yes, Friday. Right. Yeah.
I'm just going to put the blog on 1.6 and then 1.7.
Jared?
Have fun.
Did you guys? Oh, Jamie. Yeah, I think you got that on there. I wanted to see what people were thinking. And I want you guys to. That's awesome. Nice job. All right, good job. Yes, promise.
How long are you wanting?
Just bullet points. I want you to tell me something that you learned that you did not know. So there you go. That's exactly. So you had a major claim the other day, and you found some proof for it. What did this add to that discussion? As you're starting to think about the paper, what evidence could you use? Now you were lost yesterday, you said?
Yeah.
Found today?
Yes.
Are you blind and now you can see?
I can see.
Okay, look at that.